Yeah. Yeah, please tell what are all you have studied. Rajiv will tell afterwards what he has studied. Yeah.
Sir, by yesterday's your class, I went through some the Niti Aayog and some ITBP. Your 2022 Federal Bank questionnaire something was there, no, in your drive. I went through
Mm,
that and I
mm,
took some notes
mm.
and
Good.
I learned something about Federal Bank
Mm,
in their website.
mhm. Good.
Yes, yes.
Can
I just
you
went through it
can,
and
can,
huh?
can you do you remember some of the points you have seen in Federal Bank website?
Sir, I have taken notes, but I haven't memorized anything. But I can read my notes to you if
Please
that's
read.
okay.
Please read. Please read.
Their core values are commitment to excellence, agility, which is the ability to think and understand quickly, and they are relationship oriented, and they believe in ethics, and
Mm,
they are a sustainable bank, which means capable to maintain their state for a long period of time, and they have a backstory which I took it from Wikipedia. It's a private
mm,
sector bank, headquarters in Alva, Kochi, Kerala, and they have around 1,336 branches spread
mm,
across India, and in abroad, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, Kuwait, Oman, and Dubai have branches of Federal Bank,
mm,
and there are over 10 million customers, including 1.5 million NRIs,
mm,
and it was started in 23rd April 1931
mm,
at Nedumpuram near Tiruvalla in central Travancore.
mm,
Um, it was named earlier. It was named Travancore Federal Bank Limited
mm,
until 1949, but later in 2nd December 1949 they changed the name to Federal Bank Limited. It was
mm,
started in 23rd April 1931 by KP Hormus,
mm,
yeah, with a deposit amount of 5,000, I believe.
mm.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, see, wherever you are not sure, you should not talk about it. That's
Okay,
one
sir.
suggestion. Number two, whatever you have studied is not wrong. Everything is correct. But it has to be presented in a proper form, in the sense, what is to be told first has to be told first. What is to be told second has to be told second. If
Yes,
you
sir.
read,
I told.
i- yeah, if you listen to that again, this video again, you will know
Mm,
what
mm,
are the suggestions you can make, how you can present it
mm.
in a more cogent manner. That is the
Okay.
only problem. Otherwise, everything was nice. You told nicely. Very happy. Now we
Sir,
will go
actually,
to.
since your questions were out of the blue, I wasn't prepared for this. I just read my note randomly. I maintain a proper order, but since it was out of the blue, I couldn't answer it in
Doesn't
a.
matter. Doesn't matter. But the way you are talking confidently, of course, you are reading now. That
Yes, sir.
itself is a plus point for you. Today, one girl has come out successful. Her
Okay,
name
sir.
is Purvi. Her name is Purvi. And 1 minute. Purvi's video is like this now. Just a minute. Yeah, hold on.
Sure, sir.
As Federal Bank probationary officer, and in fact, you are a very bright student. The first time you came to me and talked itself, I could ascertain the brightness, and I am
Yes, sir.
happy that you got selected. Now, I have given you a set of questions. Please read the questions first and then
Yes, sir.
answer them. Thank you.
Okay, sir. So you sent me the name, my PG degree, college, interview date, number of members, how long was the interview, questions asked, when I got the result, and suggestions for candidates. So, sir, my name is Purvi Dubey. I'm pursuing my Master's in Environmental Engineering from NITK Suratgal. Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, NIT. Yeah, there was some block in between. Doesn't matter. You told you are
Yes,
Purvi
sir.
studying environmental engineering in NIT.
NIT
National
Surat.
Suratkal is in Karnataka.
Mm, yes, sir,
Yeah,
Karnataka.
that continue.
So I had my interview on 6th January
Mm,
around 3:30 p.m.
mm,
The number of members in the interview were two,
mm,
and the questions asked were a mix of finance, basic banking terms about Federal Bank, and basic HR questions. Firstly, they started with tell me about yourself.
mm,
Then I told in my intro only the strengths I possess. Then they asked me to elaborate how I gained the leadership skills. So, sir,
mm,
I am serving as a placement coordinator in my MTech. So I gave that example.
mm,
Then they asked about my family background, what my
mm,
father does, and my father and mother's occupation.
mm,
And since my
mm,
father was in LIC, so they
mm,
asked about LIC, its full form, the headquarters of LIC, and what exactly my father used to do. I
mm,
explained that to them. Then they asked the question why you want to switch from environmental engineering to banking.
mm,
And environment has so much scope. So, what uniqueness can you bring if we take you? So, sir, I answered about like the banks are also focusing on sustainable development, green deposits, green banking, and all of that. I answered. Then they asked me a question where I got stuck. It was since you are a placement coordinator, but still it's been 4 months, you aren't placed. What is the reason? Then I was not able to answer this question very properly, but still I somehow managed. Then they
So
asked me,
how did you
uh,
answer that? How did you answer that?
so I said that the companies that came and the companies I interviewed for were not having very much, were not offering very much good role, as I would be along many project coordinators, project associates working on some project and being in support. But here in bank, I can I will be in the front end talking to the customer, so I can make a direct impact on people's lives and make an ease in people's life, be a part of their growth. So this I said.
Continue.
Okay, so then they asked me the vision of Federal Bank, their tagline,
Mm,
and yes, and the principle, their principle digital at the core, human at the core, that they asked. And then about the digital products, their new launches. So I
yeah.
told about,
What is the answer given by you for
yes,
digital
sir. So
products? Yeah.
I told about Fedbook e-selfie, Lodza UPI, scan and pay, and one card they have the digital first credit card they have launched. I told about all of that. Then they asked me about the job role, elaborate the job role in detail. This they asked. Then I told about customer acquisition and being a good intermediate between the senior officials of the bank and the customers. And then they asked me about para banking. What is para banking, and how it is different from day-to-day banking.
Mm,
Yes, sir. Then
good.
they asked me about portfolio management, what exactly it is. I couldn't answer it very nicely.
Yeah, we did not discuss about this.
Yes, sir.
Portfolio management will mean, say, for a person having a rich resource, say 30 lakhs and above, he will
Yes,
be
sir.
approaching the bank with a request to suggest him the the companies in which he can invest or the mode of investment he can make so that he can get
Yes.
more revenue. This is what I know. Maybe
Okay.
a proper definition may be still better than this. I think they have one scheme for that one in the federal bank. 1 minute,
Yes,
just a
sir.
minute. I'll just see that Federal Bank. But in say our bank in Bank of Baroda, there is a separate column for that one. Likewise, here also under federal, that is why you people are being selected, and you may be allotted a few customers who have got rich funds with them, and you will have
Yes,
to
sir.
interact with them and then try to get good business for the
Yes,
bank.
sir.
Say, yeah. Thank you. Now, next, any other question?
So then they again came to insurance. The
Mm,
insurance policies LIC offers. Then
mm,
they asked me about stock markets. So they asked, have you ever invested in stock markets, or any your parents have ever invested, sir? I said no. Then they
mm,
asked, how many stock markets does India have? Then I told two: National Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange.
mm.
Then so they asked me some ratio, sir. I am not able to recall, but I was not at
Is
all knowing that.
Is it debt service coverage ratio or current ratio or capital risk weighted asset ratio, CRAR?
Yes, sir. It was the last one you said.
Oh, CRAR. That is normally to be asked only for former students. Yeah,
Okay, yes, sir.
good.
So
Mm,
yes, sir. That's all they asked with me.
excellent.
And the last question was, tell me your five potential strengths and your two potential weaknesses. So strengths, sir, I told: quick learner, multitasker, leadership qualities, good convincing skills, and good communication skills. Then the two potential weaknesses they asked. So I said that I overthink a lot. Sometimes it can be in my benefit and sometimes not. So
Good.
that's all, sir. So then they asked, any questions do you have for us? So I asked them about corporate social responsibility. So they told me in detail.
Oh, acha, acha. Correct. What was the dress you were wearing? We were wearing sari or chudidar or regular pant and shirt?
So I was wearing chudidar,
Chudidar.
plain
Good.
kurta with chudidar. Yes, sir.
What was the color of chudidar and dark color,
So
light color? Some small
it was
difference.
the kurta was complete white color with
Mm,
baby pink design on the collars and sleeves,
mm,
and the legging was chudidar was baby pink color.
very good. Excellent.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
any other questions? Suggestions for candidates?
Uh, so I would suggest the candidates to be what I could infer from my interview was that confidence is the key.
Mm,
You should be confident and you should be managed to have a conversation with the interviewers rather than just them questioning and you answering.
mm,
Because
good.
yes, they will, in each and every answer, they will find out the skills which will be required in the job role. Even if you don't say them out loud, they will still find in your answers if they are hidden in your answers. So, for HR questions, give clear cut answer with confidence, and you should know where to manipulate them, like not like where to convince them, and
Mm,
where to be honest. Like if they ask questions like, "Will you relocate?" then you should convince them, and
mm,
if they ask some honest questions like some situational questions, then you should answer with honesty.
mm,
So that that's what I will suggest
mhm,
the candidates.
mhm. Good, good. Thank you so much. And you are actually from which state?
So I'm from Madhya Pradesh.
Madhya Pradesh. And your father is a LIC agent, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good. Congratulations. Once again,
Thank you.
congratulations for you. Best wishes. I'm stopping the recording of this. 1 minute. Stop. Yeah. Um, yeah. Now, I hope you were listening to that Dana Ramya, Rajiv. I played this
Yes,
only.
sir.
Yeah. So this is actually happened on. She took interview from me on 6th. Probably her interview was on 7th or so, and the results have come. And in fact, the person who introduced her to me, she has also got selected. Chaitanya. Chaitanya also got selected, and I have posted a video about her interview also. Now, first and foremost thing is there is no border up to which they can ask question, because even for this engineering graduate or environmental graduate, they have asked about CRAR and all, capital risk weighted asset ratio. So we can't say what they will ask, what they will not ask. So we must try to go through all the 100 pages questions of our federal bank. From there, try to make out the answers and speak out. Yeah. Now here, Rajiv, Dhanaramya are from this thing, for Federal Bank. Shreyans, you are for Federal Bank or for IBPS PO?
Good evening, sir. I am from
Good,
I am for IPSP.
IBPS PO. Very good. What about Harman Kaur? Harman Kaur, you are for
Hello,
IBPS?
sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, audible. You are for which?
IBPS PO, sir.
Very good. Excellent. Now, in fact, I think Shai Karthik has raised a question about, say, difference between public sector bank and private sector bank. Can anyone try to tell me some answer about this? Say, what is a public sector bank? What is a private sector bank? Some details about this. Yeah.
Sir, I
Can
asked
anyone?
you about
Yeah.
Sir, I asked you about difference between nationalized banks and public sector banks, sir.
Yeah, I will come to that. I'm coming to that only. That is why I'm taking it in the proper direction. Say, uh, please tell me what is the public sector bank, first of all, first definition. Who can answer this? I think Dhana Ramya must have studied this. Did you study this, Dhana Ramya?
Sir, actually no, sir. But
No,
maybe
no.
public sector bank. Public sector bank by the government banks.
I think the majority stake
Major-
of any bank, if it,
Majority
I mean,
50% of
government
the
has a
bank.
majority stake in that bank. In public sector bank.
Sir, more than
Correct.
50% of the stake are held by government of India. These are come under public sector banks, sir.
Correct. That is the correct definition. Normally, we say like this 51% and above shares are held by the government. Such banks are known as public sector banks. In India, how many public sector banks are there? I think I
Uh,
told answer yesterday.
After
12.
merging, there are public sector banks, sir.
How many?
12.
12.
There are
12.
12.
Correct. Yeah, 12.
12,
Correct.
sir.
Which is the largest public sector bank?
State Bank of India.
Correct. State Bank of India is the largest public sector bank. And now you may have a doubt regarding what is the difference between public sector bank and nationalized banks, State Bank of India and all that. See, all
Yes,
these are public sector banks only. 51% and above shares held by the government. The only difference is State Bank of India was formed under State Bank of India Act 1955, and the public sector banks have been um, formed under the Banking Companies Acquisition and Transfer of Undertakings Act. Banking Companies Acquisition and Transfer of Undertakings Act 1969 first, 1970, then 1980. In 1969, 14 banks were nationalized, which were having, say, 50 crores and above deposits. Then in 1980, 6 banks were nationalized, which were having 200 crore deposit or so. From that stage,
okay, sir.
right today, you know what is the total deposits in the banking system? See, once upon a time in the year 1969, even 50 crore deposit was considered a huge figure. Now, even every branch has got 50 crore and all that. Now, the total deposit, I don't know whether you have seen my videos. It is of the order of 1 lakh some 83,000 crores or so. I will show you that. I think it is not here. 1 minute. I will go to CTDI. There is a provision under my files here. There is a column known as CTDI. This one. In this CTDI, I think this December magazine only has come. In this December magazine, here under the last page, you will see the figures. Please note down in your notebook. Please note down the total deposits of the scheduled commercial banks is 1 lakh, not, I don't know how much it is. 1, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, லட்சம் 10 லட்சம் கோடி. Sorry. 1 crore 59 lakhs 52,166 crore as on 7th December 2022. How much? 1 crore 59 lakhs. Even if you want to say roughly, you can say 1 crore 59 lakh crores. That is the point. 1 lakh 59 lakh crores. Similarly, scheduled commercial banks loans how much? 1 crore 11 lakhs or 12 lakh crores. So that is you can understand the magnanimity of our economy now. And of course, money has lost its value. You know, when I joined the bank in 1969, the salary of a bank clerk was 320 rupees. Right now, the salary of a bank clerk is somewhere of the order of 50,000 rupees or so. You can understand the extent of the way the money has lost its value. And that's what it is. Fine. And also note down the other rates that are given here, which will be useful for you. That is, repo rate is 6.25%. CRR is 4.50%. SLR is 18%. Bank rate and MSF is 6.50%. Standing deposit facility is 6%. And foreign exchange reserves, I normally remember this. It is of the order of $561 billion. $561 billion. Don't worry about rupees, no in dollars. The fixed rate reverse repo is 3.35%. So these are the rates that are important. Please note down. Here, I may just take, this is an opportunity. Sai Karthik, you got the answer for the doubt you had and you want. Is there any other doubt in your mind, Sai Karthik?
No, sir.
Solved. Okay. Have I answered your question?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, let me take this opportunity to tell you some details about all this, because these are questions routinely asked in any interviews. For example, what is repo rate? Repo rate is the rate at which a Reserve Bank of India gives money to scheduled commercial banks for short terms, normally 14 days to 90 days. But simply say short term. I'm not very clear about that. Say for short term, whenever banks go for loan, they take it under repo rate. They give some government securities and then take loan. And that rate is 6.25%. Similarly, when bank require loan for a longer period, they go for bank rate, that is 6.50%. And there is one more rate known as marginal standing facility rate. And that is the rate used by banks for getting emergency purposes. I need it for 1 day. That is 6.50%. There is one more concept known as SDF, Standing Deposit Facility Rate. This facility was introduced in the month of April 2022, according to which banks which have got surplus funds, because at that time the economy was facing lot of inflation. In order to reduce the money in circulation, this process was started whereby SDF banks can invest their surplus funds with them, and for that they will get 6% interest, and they are not backed by government securities. Whereas when banks have surplus funds, they want to keep it with Reserve Bank, supported by government securities, then they get reverse repo rate of 3.35%. Then there is a concept known as foreign exchange reserves. What is foreign exchange reserves? The basic question, what are the functions of Reserve Bank of India? Number one, bankers to bank, bankers to government, note issuing authority, foreign exchange control, and monetary policy authority. Under the foreign exchange control, Reserve Bank of India has authorized banks. They are known as authorized dealers. They are authorized to do foreign exchange business, and there is an act known as FEMA Act, Foreign Exchange Management Act. There, certain details are given. What are all the transactions these authorized dealers, and there is one more set of people who are permitted to do authorized foreign exchange dealings. They are known as authorized money changers. Like in our, say, um, um, the five-star hotels and all, you will have a board where they are willing to exchange the currency. So they are authorized money changers. So the FEMA Act, Foreign Exchange Management Act, clearly specifies what are all the transactions that can be done by authorized dealers and authorized money changers without a reference to Reserve Bank of India. For example, it is told therein, if a citizen wants to remit money for buying foreign magazines, he can remit up to this current dollars. If a citizen wants to remit money as gift to his relatives abroad, he can remit money up to this much. If a traveler or a citizen from India goes abroad, then he can take so many dollars, some $3,000, they have told. You can take in cash with them. And it is also told that you can take up to $10,000 in terms of other, say, for foreign exchange instruments and all that. So likewise, clearly indications are given. It is given in our FEMA Act that one can remit up to 2,50,000 rupees. Sorry, $2,50,000 per financial year without a reference to Reserve Bank of India. Where you are going to remit more than that, it is not that you cannot remit. You have to make an application in Form A2 through your authorized money dealer who will get permission for you. So this is, and you see, entire foreign exchange is supposed to be done through these authorized money dealers, authorized money exchangers, and all these are to be reported through Reserve Bank of India. And Reserve Bank of India is the authority which is keeping all this foreign exchange. Monies come from abroad, monies go abroad. And India is one country which has received maximum inward remittances from its citizens living abroad, non-residents. So when so much money is accumulated, that is retained in terms of foreign exchange, say in the form of dollars or euro or pound sterling, because these three are said to be strong currencies which can be used in any part of the world. See, you can't use your Indian rupees beyond India and probably Nepal. Similarly, this Indian rupee, say the Canadian dollars and US Canadian dollars can also be not used on all places. Whereas US dollars, euro, and pound sterling, they are all used all through the world. So they are strong currencies or hot currencies. And Reserve Bank of India maintains in the form of foreign exchange reserves so that these monies can be used for making payment for the imports that our country is making. This question is also important. You will go to Google and search India's major exports, India's major imports. What are they? India's major export partner, major import partner. These details you get to know, and for majority we import only the petroleum currents, petroleum products, and for that payment has to be made in dollars. And that is why normally in the month of say the March or February, the dollar rate will be going up because India needs a lot of foreign exchange. And India was having $620 billion, more than that. Now it has come down. Say during 2022, when the dollar price was going up, in order to reduce it, Reserve Bank of India sold foreign exchange it was having to the market, so that the the value of dollar was only 80 rupees or so, whereas now it is standing at 82 rupees. When I came to Canada in November, I bought foreign currencies, dollars for 66 rupees. Right today, it is sold at 82 rupees. So you can understand. And the government has been taking keen measures to see that it is dollar value is not going up by selling its dollars. But even that, RBI is being advised, don't release all the foreign exchange, because later on you may have problem when you don't have foreign exchange reserves. Because elderly people like me, we know the situation that happened in 1991 when India did not have foreign exchange reserves even for 1 week trading. At that time, Narasimha Rao was the prime minister. Manmohan Singh was the finance minister. We don't know. Now only we come to know of it. At that stage, Indian government sold a lot of gold to Britain and made it into foreign currency and used that foreign currency for making payment of international dues. Whereas recently you might have read reports about Sri Lanka facing crisis in respect of foreign exchange, where they were not having foreign exchange to make payment of International Monetary Fund dues. So they requested for postponement and all. India did not adopt that style, but met all the payments rightly on time. From that stage, today, India has got more than $550 billion. And this has been mainly due to the fact that India's software industry had an excellent income. In 1990, when globalization started, India had young people who were comfortable in communicating in English, and that brought them all the foreign trade from America, Britain, Canada, Australia, and almost all these countries. And that has helped Infosys, TCS, Wipro, and they could earn lot of foreign exchange. From that stage today, even in countries like Afghanistan, Pakistan, Philippines, China, Young people have started talking in English, and that is the reason why we have competition from them. And that is also affecting our internal, say, our in IT companies. Beyond the fact, the COVID crisis and other details on account of which the foreign trade has come down. So this is what is generally about all the facts. This again, you listen to this video once again, take down notes wherever points you are required or you're requiring. That will be helpful for you. So these are some of the important points I thought I could share with you. And now, any rough questions based on whatever points I have told, next 2-3 minutes I can answer. Please ask. Any questions, please?
Sir, I
Any?
have one question.
Yeah.
Why is it that the foreign dollars and euro or pounds having so much value
Yeah.
in
Actually,
international trade?
yeah, it is true. See, actually, what is happening is now there is due to Russia-Ukraine war, one. Number two, majority of the transactions are being done through dollars only. And in order to prevent that only, recently government has stated that we can have transactions with Russia and certain other countries in rupees itself. So Indian banks have been asked to open accounts in Russia. Russian banks have opened accounts in India. So that we can reduce the necessity of dollars. Where the necessity of dollars comes down, to that extent, the demand for dollar will come down. And so the value of dollar also will come down. Actually, there is no reason. Somehow dollar only is rising very high. But one thing, um, the USA is not anyway different from what it is right now. I'm in USA. I am told that in USA also government is doing similar to what our Indian governments are doing. Like in Tamil Nadu, they gave 1,000 rupees free for all families below some level of say ration cards. That is in order to motivate the economy or in order to improve the economy. Similarly, it is also being done here in America, where they try to improve the business and see that dollar's value is maintained high. Of course, honestly speaking, I am not aware what is the exact reason that makes dollar going up, except that dollar is being used by majority countries for their imports. Thank you. I gave time
Thank
for
you,
some.
sir.
Yeah, thank you. I gave time for a candidate today. 78699. Is he there? Phone number 78699. I think he's coming now only. 78699. Yeah, so very good. So this is what it is, general points. And of course, I have already suggested to you to go through the material on Guidely, material on Bankers ADDA regarding banking. Beyond that, go through our Federal Bank website, go through the glossary, GLOSSARY, that is given in that. That will help you answer majority of questions. Okay. Very good. Kirti Sahu, is your number starting with 78699? Kirti Sahu, or is it this boy? Is it this boy who is coming now? Yeah, good. So this is what it is. Basically, you do your reading on your part from IBPS PO materials or Federal Bank materials I have given. Also go through newspapers. I am giving you the what is that? Yesterday I posted one for descriptive paper writing for Karnataka Bank. Karnataka Bank. Not many people have seen that. Only 28 people have seen that. Doesn't matter. Now, I posted a link. This is the link. Are you seeing that link now? Or is the screen visible? Is it visible on the screen now?
No,
For
sir.
you? No.
Isn't visible.
No, sir.
No,
It's
sir.
no, I will share it with you. So this is what I am sharing with you. I have given you the link in our paid Telegram group. You use that one and go through that. Here you have details regarding up to 10th or 11th. Please go through mainly details about banking, business, then economy, also about national politics, whatever it is, and somewhere some sports also. Okay, that will help you fare in the interview very well. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I will stop the video with this as that